Friend, your calendar is an op and it's telling on you. Listen, it be your own calendar. Ooh, the audacity, the betrayal. Because your calendar, it's either reflecting the woman who already has what you want or the woman who's chasing it. And listen, friend, no shade, no shame, and no judgment because half of the time we don't even realize which one we living in. But like Kevin Hart says, you gonna learn today because we are taking a look at our calendar and we're going to do an audit so that you can actually set up your calendar to support you as the woman who already has everything that you want. So let's get into it. Your calendar is actually one of the most honest things about you because it tells you straight up, no chaser, what your priorities are. Because if it's on your calendar, then it must be a priority, right? It also tells you what your beliefs are. And your beliefs could be what you think that you can have right now at this time in your life. It could even be old beliefs that you've been carrying around, some of which ain't even yours, by the way. But one thing that rarely ever shows up on your calendar are your intentions because they just rarely ever get scheduled in the first place. Your calendar, it actually paints a really clear picture for you. It's telling a story. It tells you what your priorities are. And friend, if we're honest, are they really your priorities? Because there's a very high chance here that what's on your calendar is really everybody else's agenda. It's everything that they need from you in order to make their world go round. And it's even showing you what you tolerate. Ooh, friend, not the tolerate. That one cut me real deep, Shrek. It cut me real deep. And let's not even forget about the things that get rescheduled. Because listen, if you've had a workout scheduled on your calendar and you keep rescheduling it till tomorrow, friend, whatever it is that you keep rescheduling, is it really even a priority if it keeps getting rescheduled? We got to tell the truth around here, okay? Because the way I see it, there's two different calendars. There's the woman who's chasing, and there's the woman who's receiving. The woman who is chasing, her calendar looks like it's jam packed to the brim, honey. There aren't rest breaks on this calendar. Lunch, who? Because you got to grab and go. It looks like everybody else's agenda that somehow became your agenda. And it looks like something that rarely has any remnants of you even existing aside from the part of doing all of the stuff. And if you're doing stuff, it's probably the busy work, not the actual work that's going to move you forward and really help you to make progress. It's the kind of stuff that makes you look like you're super productive. And if you were to tell anyone what you've been doing, they'd be like, oh my gosh, you're just doing it all. But, friend, it's not really actually helping you move the needle or gain any type of momentum. And then there's the receiving woman. She actually has white space. Listen, friend, if you don't know about the white space, this is clear space, free time. It's not back to back to back anything. There's actually some freedom in her schedule. She even has things on her calendar that are the things that actually fill her cup and help her move into her overflow. It looks like priorities that are not just what's important to her and for her, but also it reflects the woman that she is because she's already claimed that she has what she wants. And that's a very different energy to be operating from. So, friend, I got to ask you, which one are you? Which way is your calendar set up? Is it as the receiving woman or the chasing woman? And, friend, again, no shade, no shame, and no judgment because you can't change what you don't acknowledge. And that's exactly the first step, always, friend. So don't give yourself a hard time, okay? And listen, this is something that I have to do on the regular because it's so easy to get caught up in life and start doing a whole bunch of things that really they're not actually making anything. They're not creating any type of results or outcome. And that's when you really have to be careful, friend. I have to stop myself from automatically just volunteering to do a whole bunch of stuff that really ain't for me to do. So that's why I came up with this Already Her Audit, friend. Okay. So we are going to do this together. I'm going to be glancing at my notes because I don't want to miss anything, but I'm going to actually pull up my calendar because I'm going to do this with you. And this is my cute little calendar. You can see I'm color coded. Hello, we love cute things. And I'm going to share with you a few other things that I have on my calendar. I'm not going to go through all this one by one, friend. You don't want that. It's not that exciting, okay? But I have my meditation and my affirmations on here. I have my personal development time, whether I'm reading, listening to some audio, or whatever I feel like I need in that personal development or learning space. I always have time for that. There's my release meditation. There's time for me to record my podcast, time for me to make these videos. Hey. So it has all of the things that I really need to be focused on for each and every single day. And what I love the most, it's on my calendar for tonight, is the family prayer call. Okay. Yes, friend. We about to get them prayers answered. You hear me? And I'll even say a little prayer for you if God is your thing. Okay. I got you. So when you are looking at your calendar, actually, let me pause real quick. Before you even look at your calendar to do this audit, I did just record a podcast episode on this, and it goes through, it's really more of the before, right? So if you want to pause this, go listen to the podcast episode number 298. Go ahead and listen to that and then come on back, and then we can do this in real time together. Okay, friend? Yes. Okay, I'm gonna give you a moment in case you want to pause. Ping. For the rest of us, we're gonna keep going, okay? Going and flowing. So let's pretend that you paused it and now you've come back, and we're gonna look at our calendar together and do this audit. So, first things first, friend. When you are setting up your calendar, you first have to decide who you are being and what you're working towards. Friend, this is so important. And this was not covered in the podcast episode. So definitely make sure that you're taking notes on this part, okay? It's so good. You have to make a decision on who you are going to be every single day, not your past, your present, or your future, but who are you really being? Are you being the woman who's chasing after everything that you want? Or are you the woman who already has it so you don't have to be running around with that frantic scarcity type energy? You are relaxed, you are calm, you are confident, you are very matter of fact because you made a decision about who you are being as you move throughout your day. So, friend, it's so important to do that, okay? And what you're working towards. Sometimes, friend, we can look at this calendar and not even realize that it really truly does represent your past, your present, or your future. Some of the things that I have on my calendar, like my meditation, my affirmation time, I intentionally put those things on my calendar because I could easily miss those things. And my meditation is not something that I can skip out on. I don't care if it's 1 minute, okay? make time for the things that are important to you, because the things that are important to you, those should reflect your priorities, not just a bunch of stuff to just say that you're doing things throughout the day. So make sure that your calendar is really reflecting. Is it showing your past? Is it constantly just reflecting what used to be important to you or who used to be important to you? Okay, you picking up what I'm putting down? So, really take this pause for the cause before you even get into your calendar, friend. Recognize who you are being and what it is that you're moving towards. Are you really moving forward towards your dreams, or are you still stuck in the past? Or is it that you just need to support yourself right where you are and be present? So, friend, keep that in mind as you are going through your schedule. Okay. So, first is who you being, what you're moving towards. Really check that energy, friend, because remember, we're not doing scarcity around here, it's abundance only. And then next, look at your gotta do's, okay, friend? These are the things that you just gotta do. But I also like to reframe it as the get to do's because, friend, nothing will make you feel more like you are being taken advantage of when you are just looking at all the things that you gotta do. But, friend, so much of it is a blessing. So much of it is a blessing, friend. This is really where your adulting comes into play. It's where your parenting comes into play if you are a parent. And it's really, really important, this step, friend. Don't skip it because you have to know what season of life you are in and what's important to you. Now, my priorities are very different. I have what I call oaks, old beep kids. You get what I'm saying? My kids is old. They don't really need me like that every day. You know what I'm saying? But when you have littles, they require a different amount of focus, energy, and presence, honey. So you have to be aware of the season that you are in. And sometimes our calendar has not caught up to where we actually are. And sometimes we just have things on our calendar that is so old and it's really from last season or back several seasons, and it really doesn't apply today, but it just sits there because it's like a placeholder that you're using for something or nothing, friend. So, really take a look at your calendar and know what season you are in because you can't run last season's plays in this season. Okay. That's not going to help you be successful, friends. So, you got to know what season you're in and know what your priorities are. If being an incredible mom is what's important to you right now, your calendar should reflect that. If you growing in your career is important to you right now, your calendar should reflect that. If your relationships with family, friends, a spouse, if those things are important to you, it should be on your calendar. If you are working towards a big dream, you want to launch a business, you want to launch a new product, whatever it is that you are dreaming for, friend, it should be on your calendar because it's important to you and it deserves the amount of airtime that you really truly want to give it. So, friend, know what season you're in, know what your priorities are, establish what you get to do because we're grateful around here, okay? Got to appreciate because it's all a blessing, okay? So know what your gotta do's are, okay? This is where it's adulting and parenting, and these are things that you just cannot get around doing. And of course, they also have to appear on your calendar. But, friend, the third thing that I want you to do is look at your calendar and ask yourself, is everything on my calendar reflecting me chasing what I want, or me receiving what I want? Chasing and receiving, two totally different energies, friend. So listen, you got to know, are you chasing or are you receiving? Are you setting yourself up to do the things that are necessary to move you closer to your dream? And you're moving towards it with confidence, with a steadfast knowing it is happening for you, and everything that you're doing today, tomorrow, and in the days to come, it's only putting you closer towards it. That is receiving energy, friend, because when you are there and you are not holding on to the results or the outcome with the Vulcan death grip, okay? Some of y'all is closed fist, okay? You can't receive nothing with your fist like this. You got to open it up. And your calendar is going to show you if you're doing that, friends. So take a pause for the cause and do your already her audit, friend. Just remember, friend, the calendar does not lie. It is telling you the truth about your priorities and your beliefs. And if your intentions are not showing up on your calendar, this is a good time, friend, to add them, because we can all have the best of the best intentions. But if you're not backing it up with action, if you're not practicing and perfecting your craft, then, friend, what are we even doing? So let me go ahead and give you your journal prompt real quick, okay? You know, we can't leave without it, okay? This one is actually a two-part journal prompt, okay? What's one thing on your calendar that belongs to the chasing version of you? Mm, mm. Find it, friend. And what's one thing missing that the receiving version of you would have scheduled by now? Ooh, friend. Oh, yes, we going in deep with these journal prompts. So make sure that you're being honest with yourself. And remember, no shade, no shame, and no judgment, friend. We do not do that around here. We are not about beating ourselves up, friend. Okay. There's enough out there to do that on its own. It doesn't need any help, especially from ourselves. Okay. So, no shade, no shame, and no judgment. Be kind to yourself. Extend love and grace to yourself as you explore how this is showing up on your calendar. Okay. And then tell me in the comments, you got to fill me in, friend. What's one thing you're removing from your calendar this week as the woman who already has it? And please make sure that you are subscribed, because we are having these types of real conversations on the daily. Okay. And as always, friend, I love myself so much. I don't play about me. And if you hang out with me long enough, you will love yourself so much that you won't play about you either. Okay, friend? I love you so much, and I'll see you tomorrow.